It is time to act and put forth meaningful policies that address the problem and give our border communities, law enforcement, and the families that live along this border a reprieve.
We need Congress to work together and get bills across so we can stop what's happening on our southern borders. It doesn't matter if you're right wing or left wing. The drug cartels do not care.
The drug cartels do not care. That was the Border Patrol Council's Art Del Cueto and Yuma farmer John Bolts pleading with Republican members of the House Natural Resources Committee to cut a border deal. The Republican committee members met in Sierra Vista the day after both Senators Kyrsten Sinema and Mark Kelly called on Republicans to stop showing up in Arizona. Don't bring your tourist dollars here, they said. We're back with Christine Jones, attorney and former Republican candidate for governor, and Stacy Pearson, co-founder of the Democratic consulting firm Lumen Strategies. To be clear, none of the speakers at that hearing were Joe Biden fans, but they all had the same message. Please help us. What does the next year look like? Because nothing's going to get done. What does the next year look like for those border communities, for the Border Patrol that has had to absorb this massive surge?
Well, I think the short answer is it's bad. And, you know, I think Senator Sinema had the right point when she said, when you come down here and you bring your television cameras and then you go back home to New Jersey, you don't appreciate what people in Arizona are really dealing with. So I think for Art Del Cueto and Mr. Bolts and the people that are actually on the border every single day, either trying to intercept trafficking victims, goods, terrorists, whatever the things that are coming across the border, or the people on the farm communities that are trying to actually make a living and actually doing the work, it's bad for them. And it's going to get worse because the message that we're sending clearly to people on the other side of the border and to all over the world is, we're open, come on. We're not going to do a single thing about it if you come here.
So what can President Biden or Governor Hobbs do on their own right now?
So Governor Hobbs has taken extraordinary steps after Lukeville closed to get the National Guard activated and available and to reinforce federal law enforcement. The issue is it shouldn't be her job. Our state tax dollars should not be spent doing the federal government's job for them. And that's the most frustrating part. Our local law enforcement. I'm married, in full disclosure, I'm married to a cop. This immigration crisis starts from the border itself and goes right into the heart of Mesa on Main Street when folks are being exploited and the drugs are coming into our community and killing our kids. It's extraordinary what this is costing us in pure tax dollars. And the conservatives used to be the ones screaming loudest about it. And it's wild to me to watch my party take that position. What can the governor or the president do right now?
Well, I think there are a couple of things, and I totally agree with Stacy. This should not be the state's responsibility. You know, when I looked at this a number of years ago, we were spending over $2 billion a year out of Arizona's budget to educate, incarcerate, and medicate, as I say, illegal immigrants. But if the federal government refuses, we're going to have to do the job and, you know, hopefully get reimbursed or send them the bill. And again, the use of technology, the use of our troops that are actionable, right? That
they can be federalized.
That they can be federalized, right? That you don't violate any posse comitatus or any of the other technicalities, but also just let the local law enforcement enforce state laws. They don't have to enforce any federal laws. There are things that are being done that are violations of state law that Stacy's husband and people like him should be able to enforce. Do not take the handcuffs off of the people committing the crimes and put them on the people who are trying to enforce it. It is madness, and the federal government, shame on you, shame on Congress for not getting this fixed 20 years ago. But in the meantime, the people of Arizona are going to have to pay, and we're going to have to do it ourselves.
Got to end it there. I know we'll continue talking about this all year long. And that's our show for this week. Thanks very much to all of our guests, Christine Jones, Stacy Pearson, and thank you for joining us.